Blessings of eternal love to you. Hello, and thank you for joining me here on the channel. We're studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today is lesson number 252. The Son of God is my identity. Myself is holy beyond all the thoughts of holiness of which I now conceive. Its shimmering and perfect purity is far more brilliant than is any light that I have ever looked upon. Its love is limitless, with an intensity that holds all things within it, in the calm of quiet certainty. Its strength comes not from burning impulses which move the world, but from the boundless love of God Himself. How far beyond this world myself must be, and yet how near to me and close to God. Father, you know my true identity. Reveal it now to me, who am your Son, that I may waken to the truth in you and know that heaven is restored to me. The Son of God is my identity. So as I was reading through Ken Wapnick's commentary on this lesson, it got me thinking, here, I'll read this really quick to you, this paragraph that started my own little journey into the lesson. So he says, we are all pressured by these burning impulses, such as romantic or sexual passions, urges to eat, or needs to save the world and make an impact on others. Jesus is teaching us these are not the source of our strength or happiness, which come only from the love of God within. We choose this love in the instant we remember our holiness as limitless as the source from which it comes. So that is beautiful. And he was remarking from where Jesus says, our strength comes not from our burning impulses. So as I was reading that and kind of meditating on that, what came to me was a lot of times we identify with things that are very polarizing in this earth plane place that we find ourselves. So for me, I can just run down a little quick list. I'm a woman. I'm Caucasian. I'm from Maryland, so I'm a Marylander. I went to Towson University for my undergraduate degree, so I'm a graduate. Whatever other degrees I have, I'm a graduate. I have these holistic healing certifications. I'm a certified blah, blah, blah. I'm eating a lot of meat lately. I'm a carnivore. My politics, I'm a whatever you are. I don't even want to say one of those words because it's that's too much. I'm, whatever it is, those identities, they could be for me, I'm a veteran. I spent 20 years in the Army. So that's definitely something that I identify with. And when I think about everything that I just mentioned, it's all completely meaningless and valueless as soon as my spirit leaves my body and I go back home to God. So what I love about this lesson is that it gives you a chance to really look and maybe make your own list of the things that you are, that you can see about yourself, or that you've trained for or studied for and spent a lot of your good energy and time doing in your life. And you identify with these things. And as you walk in the world, you're like, well, this is who I am. This is what I am. But in truth, we are the same little baby being that was born from a mother and father some years ago with no certifications, no degrees, no identity awareness that came from the world, no social security number, the moments before all that stuff happened. We were this pure innocence, this essence of God, and all the things that we do in linear time here on this planet, even the beliefs that we have, my age, I'm 45, I'll be 46 in October. So in our culture, there are beliefs about what a 45-year-old woman should look like, should feel like. And by the time you're this age, you're going to go through these health things. God knows we identify with our diagnoses and all those things too. So we need to really look at what we're identifying with, what we're calling ourselves. And certainly so much of the course talks about memories of the past and how we create lots of stories around things that have happened to us to perpetuate. The ego wants to perpetuate our victimhood and things like that. I am a survivor. I am a victim. I am a axe murderer, whatever it is. Not this lifetime, but at this, even the bad, like so-called bad stuff, like axe murder, let's say, as soon as we leave the body, we really truly don't know what happens at that level. I've heard a lot of channeled material about our frequency, and when you're here during your incarnation, you have the ability to bring yourself into a level of like open-heartedness and depth of your practice where you can raise your frequency, raise your vibration. And when you leave the planet, there's some like assessment that you have as a level of a frequency. But I don't even know what that means or if that's even true. It doesn't seem like a bad thing to consider as I'm making decisions throughout the day. But it's like my identity as a son of God is the only true identity. So all these other things are temporary, and I should not stand on any of them because it's just a house of cards. Anything that you identify with, even if it's things that you can see, smell, hear, taste, touch, it doesn't matter. You're a son of God. I'm a son of God. We're having this experience of remembering that truth, and really, if we're going to depend on anything to get us through our day or get us into some special, whatever we're trying to get into, it's like my membership of the sonship is my secret pass to everything else that happens to me on this planet, whether it's an illusory dream or whatever's really happening. I'm going to be more conscious or more intentional around knowing that my identity is a son of God and seeing myself as equal to everyone and seeing myself in everyone, that innocent, new, pure baby. That's all the people around me. And that's what I'm going to focus on. Perhaps I'll want to connect with someone because of a talent or a skill or a gift that they have. And that's beautiful too, because it's great to help each other and to know that someone is an expert in, let's say, an electrician or a plumber or some kind of a healer that does a specific kind of a body work that I really enjoy. That's great to have those things, but knowing that their true identity is just like me, son of God. So I love this one. It's a good contemplation today. I hope you enjoy it and find it helpful for you. Maybe separate yourself a little bit from some of those identities that you're very attached to and very much, this is who you are in the world. It probably isn't, but it's okay that you love this thing that you have an affinity with, but see it as that. It's a thing you have an affinity with. It's temporary. And perhaps you could place less attention on that today and more on the fact that you're a son of God, here to awaken to all the love that's in you and outside of you, and be that blessing to yourself and to others every day. Lots of love to you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here again on the next video.